Hello everyone, Namaste and welcome back to Namrata's tutorials. I hope you're fine and doing well at your home. It is very happy to see my 3-week-old channel growing through your love and motivation. As I say, be tuned and keep learning through Namrata's tutorials. Lots of thanks for watching my videos and subscribing to my channel Namrata's tutorials. Those who have missed my previous video can check for the link in my description box and do subscribe to my channel. It gives me an immense pleasure to share my knowledge with all of you. So without wasting your much time, let us begin and start learning. As we all are facing this unprecedented time due to the pandemic of COVID-19, we are having certain precautions and safety measures to protect ourselves. Now we are looking forward to the hope of vaccine. So we would be discussing about the different vaccines or the strategies that we are coming across to deal with the pandemic caused due to COVID-19. As in December mid-2019, originated in Wuhan in China, the infection of SARS coronavirus 2 has spread globally like a firework. Human coronavirus was isolated for the first time in 1965 from the patient with the symptoms of common cold. Since 2001, there are 3 different varieties of coronavirus or strains of coronavirus which are been identified. As described by National Institute of Health, SARS coronavirus 2 is a successor of SARS coronavirus 1. It has been found to have close genetic correlation with bad coronaviruses. On 30th January 2020, SARS coronavirus 2 was declared as a public health emergency of international concern by World Health Organization, and on 11th March 2020, WHO declared it as a pandemic. Let us have a glimpse of recent outbreaks due to coronavirus. Coronavirus belongs to the family of Coronaviridae. Viruses belonging to the family of Coronaviridae are enveloped non-segmented, single-stranded, positive sense RNA viruses. They are named so because of their corona or crown-like surface projections seen under the electron microscope. These coronaviruses are host-specific and can infect humans as well as variety of different animals. As we know, there were recent outbreaks such as SARS and MERS caused due to coronavirus. MERS or Middle East Respiratory Syndrome is again a viral respiratory disease caused by novel coronavirus. It was first identified in Saudi Arabia in 2012. MERS-CoV is also a zoonotic virus which has transmission between humans and animals. The route of transmission from animals to humans is not fully understood, but dromedary camels are thought to be the major reservoir host for the virus. Since 2012, 27 different countries have reported the cases of MERS. Experimental vaccines for MERS are under development. Before MERS, coronavirus was already been identified to cause an epidemic called SARS in 2003. SARS, that stands for Severe Acute Respiratory Syndrome, had caused an epidemic which affected more than 26 countries and resulted in more than 8,000 cases. It originated in Guangdong province of southern China. The animal reservoir for SARS-CoV is thought to be bats and has been predicted to spread through civet cats, the transmission route being from the civet cats to the humans. Speaking about Severe Acute Respiratory Syndrome Coronavirus 2, that is SARS-CoV-2, is a novel strain of coronavirus that is a cause of COVID-19. As described by National Institutes of Health, it is the successor to coronavirus 1. It is believed to have close genetic similarity to bat coronaviruses. However, there is no evidence yet to link an intermediate animal reservoir such as pangolin to its introduction to humans. So for any further development in preventing or reducing the pandemic, it is essential to know the structure of the organism. Studies done on microscopic structure of COVID-2 revealed its different structural components. Each SARS coronavirus 2 virion is 50 to 200 nanometers in diameter. It basically has been found to have four structural proteins. The first being the envelope protein, the second being the nucleocapsid and the RNA. Coronavirus has positive sense single strand RNA as the genetic material. The thirdmost part of the coronavirus structure is the spike protein, and the fourthmost part is nothing but the membrane glycoprotein. The spike protein has been studied at the atomic level using cryogenic microscopy. It has been found to be the most important part of the virus which binds to the host cell. The receptor for the spike protein has been found to be angiotensin converting enzyme 2, which is commonly abbreviated as ACE2. It has been found that the spike protein of coronavirus 2 has 10 to 20 times more affinity than the pre-existing SARS coronavirus 1. So controlling pandemic is always a challenging job. There are certain essentials which we need to look into while controlling the pandemic. As we know, it truly depends on diagnostic methods used for rapid detection, also on treatment strategies that are implemented, and very importantly, on the prevention method. There are certain precautionary measures taken at personal level by every individual, but very essential is to prevent the spread by immunization. As one of the most important miracle of medical field is inventions of vaccine by the well-known physician Edward Jenner. As depicted in the picture, it was almost 221 years ago from now. Edward Jenner had administered the first smallpox inoculation in an 8-year-old boy. Jenner had observed that milkmaids who had often contracted cowpox seemed to be immune to its much more deadlier version of smallpox. So, to his curiosity, he injected the cowpox pus gathered from the blisters of a milkmaid who had caught the infection of cowpox. The boy was then exposed to the smallpox, and Jenner discovered that he did not contract the disease. This was a very fascinating or interesting invention which took place and further led to development of vaccines. Currently, there are different vaccines available for age-old bacterial and viral diseases such as polio, measles, mumps, rubella, etc. At present, the hunt and the challenge is to develop a vaccine against coronavirus 2 or COVID-19. What are the various strategies implemented for vaccine development? There are various strategies depending on the type of the pathogen, the data known for the pathogen, and many more factors. Traditionally, the common approach used for vaccine development was whole inactivated virus or live attenuated virus. Then, how were the conventional vaccines produced? In inactivated virus vaccines, the virus was rendered uninfectious using chemicals such as formaldehyde or heat. However, making them requires starting with a large quantities of infectious virus. In live attenuated vaccine, a virus is conventionally weakened by passing it through animal or human cells until it picks up mutations that makes it less virulent to cause the disease. There are certain companies or research institutes who are working on these principles of developing live attenuated vaccine against COVID-19. Codagenics in Farmingdale, New York is working with Serum Institute of India, Pune to weaken the SARS-CoV-2 by altering its genetic code so that the virus proteins are produced less efficiently. So, disease-causing traits or factors of the virus are removed or inactivated before being injected into the body. These modified versions are introduced into the human beings for its use as vaccine. But the way they are manufactured are not always the safe solution during pandemic or epidemic. Making these vaccines are often time consuming. For live attenuated vaccine, The virus has to be modified using different agents and requires its standardization. One company, Moderna, situated in United States, is working on nucleic acid-based vaccines against coronavirus or COVID-19. Moderna is an American biotech company based on drug discovery and drug development based on messenger RNA. The company has made progress in developing the vaccine against novel coronavirus using mRNA, which has been called as mRNA 1273. mRNA 1273 is an mRNA vaccine against SARS coronavirus 2, which encodes for a prefused stabilized form of spike protein. The development began with the complete genome sequencing of coronavirus 2. The genome helped to identify the key protein, that is spike protein, which is a surface protein. It could be the first approved mRNA vaccine for human use if successful. So, how will the mRNA vaccine work? Spike protein encoded mRNA would be injected or administered as a vaccine in an individual. This would be taken up by certain immune cells such as macrophages or dendritic cells. It would be processed by the ribosome or the translational machinery and result into formation of the protein. This would be the spike antigen that would be expressed on its cell surface for further immune response. As said, in muscle cell, the mRNA would be expressed and viral antigen could be produced. This could be processed by proteasome and further presented on MHC1 molecule to elicit immune response. Whereas the other pathway through which the mRNA would be processed is through lysosome or proteolytic vesicle and further presented on MHC class II molecules. The final action would be taken by the T cytotoxic cells or B cells for further degradation. B cells would produce antibodies against the viral antigen and thereby produce memory cells for its further use. Thus, the mRNA vaccine would result in production of antibodies and develop artificial immunity against the virus without actual entry of the virus. The current study of Moderna has been awarded $483 million by Biomedical Advanced Research and Development Authority, Washington, to accelerate development of company's mRNA vaccine candidate. The study plan started from 13 January 2020 to sequence the mRNA 1273 against novel coronavirus, and as of now, they have presented successfully the positive interim clinical phase 1 data, which was announced on May 18, 2020. Further, the planned phase 2 study involves evaluation of safety, reactogenicity and immunogenicity of the two vaccines of mRNA given 28 days apart. Hoping for the best results to come out from this phase 2 studies and for the further clinical trials to be taken to phase 3 in July 2020. The link for the detailed phase 1 data has been provided in the description box. And not the least, there are several other approaches too being in streamline for development of vaccines. Interestingly, studies are also done to check whether existing vaccines against poliovirus or tuberculosis could help to fight SARS-CoV-2. I hope you have found the video informative and enjoyed it as much as I did it while making it. Do like and share my video and subscribe to my channel, Namrata's Tutorials. Stay home, be safe and keep learning through Namrata's Tutorials. Bye and take care.